Welcome, everybody, to the RaulyKnows podcast. I'm Raul. Today, we have a very special guest. We have my friend Bliss Stretch here, Rebecca Sanchez. She's a licensed massage therapist and a facial stretch therapist. Everybody give it up for her. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah.
So, man, it's been a minute since I've seen you. How long has it been?
Oh, man. Like 2012?
Really? Last time I saw you?
I think so.
It might have been.
Like right after you graduated, maybe?
Yeah, but you look good. You look like you're like in shape and stuff. Like I mean, you were in shape before, but like you're like buff and stuff now. Nah. Okay. So you have a company, right? And what is it about?
So my company's name is Bliss Stretch. I am a licensed massage therapist, fascial stretch therapist. You said it wrong the first time.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, that's
fascial.
Everybody does that. Yeah, I also am a life stretch instructor, so it's like a form of dynamic movements, and I teach you how to do mobility exercises and stretching and all of that. Yeah, so I've been doing that for like 5 years now.
Damn.
It's crazy. It just kind of flew by. I feel like I'm barely getting started though.
But it's called Bliss Stretch, right?
Bliss Stretch.
So where did you get that name, Bliss Stretch? Like, where do you get it? How did it come about?
I'm not gonna lie. So whenever I started doing this 5 years ago, I was also working as a banker, and I was doing personal training and stretching on the side. And when I was a banker, I would like offer free stretches for everybody, and I stretched all my coworkers, and I was trying to come up with like a cool name. I'm like, how do you guys feel when I stretch you? And they're like, well, I feel like happy and I feel so zen. And I'm like, nah, don't go that far. Like, we don't need zen in there. And somebody said like blissful, and I was blissful. Like, okay.
And that's what changed. Like,
that's it. And it just bliss. Like, because there's an S at the end, it kind of molded into stretch, and I just made it my own word.
Okay.
So now it's just like my own word.
Yeah, I got the
Bliss
thank
stretch.
you.
Yeah.
She came through, blessed me with the merch.
Yeah.
We'll put the information on the comment section below. So that's how you started your name. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So when someone does at the acronym FST is fast. How do you say it?
Facial.
That's how I said it.
I'm sorry, fascial. Oh my God! Now you got me saying it wrong.
Yeah. So okay. So fascial. When people do fascial, right?
Fascial.
Fascial. Fascial.
Fascia.
Fascia. I have it right here. Okay.
Fascial.
So when people do FST,
yes.
How does it work? So like you said that you're stretching them and stuff, but is there like a certain procedure of how it happens, or?
You ever got a massage before?
I've gotten a massage, but like it was like a Thai massage, so that like they're like stepping on my back. So
yeah, it's a little bit different, right? But when you walk in, they have you like undress,
right?
Go face down. I don't really do that stuff. I call it kind of foo-foo. Like, it's the same old stuff for everybody, because that's what they teach you in like massage school. That's what I was taught in massage school. But with the FST, I actually it's really cool because I could customize a session based on what the person needs.
Right.
So if they're an athlete and they need some type of like deep tissue work, I could do that. Or if they're like kind of a beat up athlete and they need a little bit more like, gentle, therapeutic, I guess therapeutic could go both ways, but I could customize it to what the person needs. I could work with 80, 90-year-old people too. Wow. And like
so it varies.
Yeah, it varies. I mean, I've worked on like 6-month-old babies. Wow. Yeah, I've worked on all ages of all ages, whatever you do for work, for play. I mean, like stay-at-home moms, athletes. I've mostly worked with athletes though. They've taught me everything.
And athletes ranging from like lifters to what?
So strongman, power lifters, bodybuilders, martial artists, football, basketball players.
Anybody that like has ranges of motion need to get stretched at one point, right?
Which is really everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody
needs it.
Yeah. Okay. So you would highly recommend everybody gets stretching, but is it almost like yoga or like?
So you do come in you come in, but you don't undress and get underneath the sheet normally. Whenever I do the massage, it's more like a sports massage. So I could literally throw you on the table and you just have like some shorts on, and like for women, like a sports bra on. We could get down with that. Right. But it's what I do with the stretching. I love the stretching. Like that's why it's in my name. I assist you by picking your body up, like your limbs. It's just one limb at a time. So for instance, I'm picking up one leg and I'm bringing you into different ranges where your body really hasn't been before. Okay. And it's very gentle, but I'm stretching the fascia, so it goes deep, like even through around the bone. It even connects to your internal organs, so it can help with digestion. And
so what does fascia mean? You mentioned fascia. What is that?
So fascia, it's like connective tissue. Connective tissue. Okay. And it runs through our whole body. So if I'm working on like your ankles, it's going to benefit your hips. Oh wow. It's going to benefit your posture and how you're.
You know what? Over. That's great. I might have to visit you pretty soon because I have like a really bad lower hip problem, or lower hip is in the bottom, whatever. I really have a really bad problem, but like every time I stretch like my leg, I feel it up here. Yeah. So I get what you mean.
How that's awesome. Everything's connected.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because and it teaches you so much too. Because when I'm moving you around, you're like, wow, I didn't know I could feel it over there. It's really cool. It's really cool stuff.
Okay, that's awesome.
I learn something new every client I work on.
They teach you something.
Yeah,
that's
for
awesome.
Sure.
Okay,
yeah.
So you're doing fascial stretch therapy. What inspired you to get into that? Like how, like going to massage route or yoga instructor? Like, probably doesn't correlate, right? But like, what caused you to be a fascial stretch therapist?
Well, I was honestly tired of my 9 to 5, having to get up, make somebody else's corporate business successful, and it just kind of like dawned on me. I'm like, man, I want to do something for myself. How do I guess we got some time. So I ended up, I got actually pretty overweight when I was a banker. And not a lot of people do that though, because I wasn't like posting on Instagram. Like I was like having a lot of fun with life. I got pretty overweight. I was drinking a lot of alcohol.
So overweight, just so people can have a perspective, how much do you weigh now? You're not supposed to ask the lady her weight, but
no, I don't care. Probably about like 135.
And then how overweight were you?
And this was like overweight. 135, like working out. I was like 175. Oh my gosh. Like not working out. Yeah, I think I was like 6 pant sizes bigger. I didn't realize it either.
All those McGangbangs, huh?
Dude, I was eating Carl's Jr., I swear to God, like twice a day. Damn. It was, and I was just living my life. Like I was like, I make good money. I could treat myself, but it's like the way to do it, you know? I was drinking, but it was alcohol. Like alcohol. I was drinking a lot of alcohol. I was since I was like a teenager. Yeah, I think we both know that.
Yeah, I remember.
But when I was like 20 years old, I don't know. It's like I was like drinking at work.
Really? Like your little bottle would be full of alcohol? Or something?
Like this is water right here, but I had it full of alcohol and like juice. It was bad. So it's kind of crazy saying it.
Would you say that you had a problem or?
Yeah, for sure.
Damn. So.
I thought it was normal. Go on. Okay, so I thought it was normal, but clearly, like looking back, I had a problem. Gained a lot of weight. One day I got really sick. I was like out at the club. This is crazy because this is like typical Vegas stuff that people do every day. I was out at the club. I came home and like I stopped at Roberto's.
Roberto's by the crib?
Yeah. it was so bad. And I woke up really sick. I don't mean to put this out there, but I was like internally bleeding.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, that was just the hot sauce, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
And I ended up in the hospital that night. And they just kind of told me, doctors kind of told me like, oh, you're just stressed out. Here, you need to get on these prescription meds because, it's messing up your stomach. And I was like, I didn't understand what they were saying. I'm like, how does stress correlate with, okay, whatever. I didn't get on any meds. I never really liked that stuff. Well,
what kind of what would that be? Holistic, right? It's like holistic or approach.
Yes, yeah. So I took the more holistic approach for sure. Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't know that word. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's getting more popular nowadays. Holistic, natural, homeopathic, remedies. The next weekend I was back at the club though. And my friends at the time, they were like, you're good. Don't be a little. Yeah. You got it. Just one shot.
But you've never felt that before. So you're like, this is weird. This is different.
Yeah. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll just drink my juice. And I ended up having just one shot.
And it messed you up.
Messed me up again. And I was like, wow, I got to do something. And like, I stopped drinking.
Because of that?
That was it.
Wow.
That was it. It hurt me so bad. Like I was in so much pain. It was scary. So all my friends disappeared because I went I call it like I went like Nazi style.
Bro, you left. I had no way of contacting you. I mean I had your number, but is it the same one?
Same one.
Okay. So but I mean I guess I didn't make an effort to look, like reach out for you, but like I'm like, where's Becky? Like she doesn't hang out no more. Because I mean, I still hang out with some of the friends that we used to hang out with, but like I'm obviously like doing other stuff. Yeah. So I kind of understand. You had to go incognito.
Literally. Well, I took like a very aggressive approach, which I do
like
with
cold turkey.
Everything. Cold turkey. If I do something, I do it times a million. Like I can't do it just lightly. So, oh man, I still practice everything that I did since that day, like, or all natural organic ingredients. I don't eat, like, I don't want to say I don't eat anything like processed. I clean with natural cleaning products. Like my whole house is always super clean. It's because everything was triggering my stomach problems. At least I thought so. So I dropped like 65 pounds, and it is like, I think like 2 months. I mean, like I couldn't eat anything. Like
because your stomach was jacked. Like
it hurt so bad. And I ended up just like super skinny, like really, really, really skinny. And I was like, oh God, what do I do? So I was like, man, I got to build some muscle. And I started like super working out, like hardcore. And then I got into bodybuilding and like bikini competitions and figure competitions.
Yeah, I remember you doing that. That's when you started posting again. When you started doing that, I'm like, damn, that's why she was gone for a while. She looks good. Like you were like buff. Yeah,
I was getting strong. Like cut up. That was a lot of fun for me.
How hard is that?
It was all physical, you know.
How hard is that? Like to get to that point? We could talk about that later. Just finish.
I mean, it's pretty easy, honestly. But I mean, at the time, I hired a coach who was actually the person who got me into fascia stretch therapy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, the timeline's a little weird, obviously. So dropped a lot of weight, figured out how can I apply what I've learned to a career. So I got certified to become a personal trainer. And I was like, oh, I could sell like workout plans, but it's not that easy. Hired a coach to coach me, and he's like, oh yeah, I do FST, brought me in. I mean, I don't even know if it worked exactly like that, but I still know him to this day. He's great.
He's like a mentor.
He's like, kind of. Right. We're like at a distance, like, hey, I need help with this. Like, can I help you with this? So where was I? So then I got into bodybuilding. From there, FST, which is funny because there's a lot of personal trainers that just do FST. And then after I started stretching people, because people are like, what the heck is stretching? Like, why would I need a stretch? That's whenever I got into massage school. Okay. I'm like, it's more respectable. So it's like people recognize that a little bit more. And then I started learning how to teach people how to stretch themselves, kind of like yoga. But it's, you don't hold anything. You're always in motion. I'm really big on keeping things moving. Like even when I'm stretching people, I don't like hold anything. We're keeping it moving because that's how you grow, you know, just always staying in motion. Yeah. What else? What else you got for me?
Well, like the timeline. So that's how you started doing FST, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Oh, I have a good one. So once I started, this is really cool. Once I started doing FST and personal training, I was just doing that on the side. Like I had like a little handful of clients and I was still at the bank. So I was like hustling. Like I was busy. I ended up quitting my bank job.
to do this full time?
Yeah. I had no, like, I didn't have any clients. I didn't have any marketing. Like I didn't have anything. It was just me too. So I just, one Friday, I think it was September like 16th or 18th, 2016 or something like that. I wrote up like a 2-week notice, and I was like, I'm quitting today. I just got over it.
It's just like you got the urge. Like the urge came to you.
Yeah, and I don't know. Things, you know how corporate, places are. I'm not gonna talk down to it, but I just gave her my notice, and I don't know if I should be saying this on the podcast. I should.
You can say whatever you want.
I can say whatever I want. She like laughed in my face, and she's like, "You think you're gonna be successful?" And I'm like,
"Oh shit!" About like, because you told me what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I was like, "I'm gonna go stretching."
Holy shit!
Personal training full time. She's like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "This is like kind of like a joke. You're really just joking with me, right?" And she's like, "You're not gonna make it. Most businesses don't make it within the first 2 years."
What the fuck is wrong with that? It was so bad, lady.
And I was just like, something just turned in my stomach. I'm like, I'm gonna make it. She tried to pass me back my little 2-week notice. She's like, "You're making a big mistake." And I was like, "No, I'm quitting." And then she's like, "You know what? You don't need to stay here for 2 weeks. I'm gonna write you a paycheck for 2 weeks. You can leave today." And I was like, even better. Yeah,
you know what? That's funny. Well, not funny, but it's just kind of like coincidental. Like my first job ever, and it was like a job I got through Team Action. So it was my internship turned into my job. So I used to work at the cupcakery.
Oh, nice.
And then the day that I put my 2 weeks in, the manager goes, "Well, today could be your last day if you want." I'm like, "Lit, let's go." Like, what does that mean? Did I get fired? I don't know.
I know, they're just like, I don't even want to look at your face.
Yeah, well, because
isn't that weird?
The manager didn't like me. Like, he didn't like me. Yeah. I understand. Like, I didn't like answering the phone calls. I hated doing that, but I was a good worker. I would clean. Like, everything would be clean. I did all the cupcake decorations and stuff. And like every now and then, I wouldn't just answer a phone, and then he would be in the back chilling. I'm like, "You can answer the phone. I'm talking to a guest right now," or something like that.
Right.
But anyway,
Well, you were good at what you were supposed to be good at.
Right. But he literally hated me. And then the day I told him, like, I'm 2 weeks in. He's like, "All right, well, today could be your last day." I'm like, "Awesome. Yeah. Cool. All right, I'll leave right now."
Later. No, I was appreciative for that because I'm like, okay. But I walked out and I just started like crying. I'm like, what did I do? Because I made some pretty good money for like a 20-year-old at the bank.
Yeah, I can't believe that bitch told you that shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Yeah. So, damn, that's a cool ass story. I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. And then after that, I was like, all right, what do I do now?
What was the first step?
I just started doing free stretches.
Free stretches to like market.
Yeah. I would talk to friends and they would invite me into like their gym where they work or where they know a friend or a gym owner. They're like, "Come do a stretch, like free stretches over here." I did demos after demos after demos, like so many hours of free stretches, and I had a lot of fun. I met so many people.
Yeah, the networking probably was like great.
That was everything. That's how I got all my clients, and it was really cool. Really, really cool stuff. I almost kind of like miss doing demos.
I feel like you're more out and about meeting new people and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got so busy. Oh my God. I got so busy where I was working every day, 7 days a week.
With your business?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I just got a blank out of nowhere. Okay.
You're really busy.
I was really busy.
Dude, it happens to me all the time.
7 days a week. And I was working about like 10 to 14 hours every day. I mean, like back to back to back to back, like 7 to 9 people every day.
Sending it.
Every day. And it took a toll on me. But I was like, I gotta do it. Every therapist does this shit. Like, I gotta put in that work. And it made me really sick too.
Like, overworking yourself, yeah. I'm sure.
And then I, over the time I started to, I always got injuries because I never took care of myself. And I'm over here promoting like
health is wealth.
Yeah, like you need to take care of yourself. You need to move, and I wasn't moving. Like I was strength training and working out, but yeah, and things made me slow down. Injuries made me slow down until I got like one really bad injury.
Your knee?
No, it was my back.
Your back? Ah, my back.
It was so bad. It was like I was like deadlifting like some baby weights, and something just like snapped in my back, and I was like. Like, it was so bad. It was so painful. And I had to cancel clients for like 2 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it took a really big toll on your business then.
Yeah.
Did they go somewhere else?
No. Okay. They were just like, are you okay?
Oh,
like,
okay. So they were just weathering the storm.
Yeah, they were just waiting. And I would keep them updated. I always felt bad canceling people. But that was like my huge breakthrough with like why I do what I do was getting injured. Because I had to sit there and learn how to become better. It was all mental. And I started to learn like how pain is just mental. And it's actually, oh man, I could go deep in this, but what I've learned about pain and even something like you're experiencing, it doesn't always come from something that's happened to you or impacted you. Most of the time it comes from your mindset and where you're at in life mentally. It could be, oh my God, something is your boss doesn't like you and you hold this type of resentment towards him. So every time you walk into work, your leg starts to hurt because you're like, oh, this guy. And it's so much more mental, and it makes a connection with your body physically. That's what I've been getting more into too, because I've worked with so many different people, and they're just like, well, I just need you to fix me. And I'm like, I mean, I don't really tell them, but I'm like, I can't fix you. Like, I provide you with, like, how do I say it? Like, I'm almost like a witness and like a guide through your healing. So I help you learn how to live a pain-free lifestyle. I don't do it for you. I more guide you,
right?
You know? And once I can, get a client on board like that, and it doesn't happen in just one session or overnight. I mean, a lot of the times it has where people are like, oh, I feel great. Don't need to ever see you again. I'm like, no, you should probably see me at least like couple times a year.
Yeah.
Because
they'll probably come back, right?
Yeah. I mean, athletes, it's like, I have some athletes I see weekly, sometimes twice a week, depending on where we're at.
That's one thing I've noticed seeing like professional athletes. They have like a kind of like a thing going, a regimen going where like they have to take care of their bodies or else it's going to break down.
100%. Yeah. Because if you think about it, say you're doing like a bicep curl, right? And what are you doing during the movement? You're contracting the muscle, right? So that makes the muscle tighten up. If you're not going in there and loosening the muscle up, it's not going to work properly. You can't just go hard and go hard and go hard and expect to get like gains from that. You gotta use the muscle, and then you gotta decompress it, and not just the muscle, but like your mind. And you gotta. There's so much like healing properties from like me just putting my hands on you, and having like a skin to skin contact from a human. You release different types of hormones that actually heal your body. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
It's so deep. Even just a simple like little massage, bringing blood flow up into your heart, through your heart. It does so much more than people think. But yeah, athletes, man.
No, I get what you mean, because there's times when I was a kid, I would just be sick, and then my mom would just grab my hand and start like just touching my hand. And just by her touching my hand, I felt like better.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I get what you mean.
Having that like all over your body.
Yeah, I get that.
Like
I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Even like when you were a kid, and like, do you remember growing pains?
Yeah.
Oh, those killed me when I was a kid.
It was a short lived though for me, because I didn't grow that much.
It's all good. Me too. I think I stopped growing in like middle school. Yeah. Yeah. Just that touch, the human touch. It's so good for you.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's really important. But even like, say someone like you, right? Like right off the bat, if I just thought about it, for someone like you, do you stand all day?
Yeah.
For work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you working out right now?
hardly, but like I go on runs every now and then.
Oh, cool. Okay. So even runs, like they're good, but man, that's brutal on your knees and your hips.
Yeah.
So I would sit there and bring you in and ask you like the first time I see you, like I'll ask you a few questions before we start, but I'm asking you questions as I'm moving you because as you're giving me feedback, I can feel it in your body, and it's almost like just like connection I make, and I'm almost like visualizing you and what you're going through every day, and I almost kind of like I like imagine what you're going through every day as you're giving me feedback, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden, oh, I remember in high school when I ran and I actually tore my ACL, whatever it is, and things start to come to you
because you feel it.
Yeah, I'm feeling it, and then you. It's crazy because it's
like a memory.
Yes, that's it. It's a memory. They come up whenever I go through your body. It's like a scan.
That's gonna be a good clip.
It's really cool. Yeah,
we said it at the same time.
I know.
That's awesome. What?
It's really cool. It's really cool.
You know what? Yeah, I know what you talk. Damn. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. No. Keep going.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff. It's so much deeper than just like a stretch. Like no pun. Like it's so much deeper. Yeah. And then as you're like, for instance, as those memories come up, I'm like, all right, so like what happened? How did you feel at that time? And then you start to go through the emotion as if it happened again. And it sounds like messed up because it's like, why would you put me through that? No. I'm helping you clear that trauma that your body went through. It's so cool. And then
people start crying and shit.
I've had people cry. I've had mostly men don't cry. You guys are just too tough.
I'm a crier.
Give
me tequila. Okay. I'm a crier.
I'll have some out there for you. I have had people almost like they can't breathe or tremble.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that, like when you're trying to tell somebody something and you
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm not like too machista to admit that I cry like that
that's
and
good.
have emotions.
Yeah, no, that's
like
good.
Whatever I feel, it comes out of me. So there's been times where I've been trying to communicate with somebody and it just hurts me so much to say it, and then I'm just like
yep.
gasping, and then I'm like, how can I say it? And there's just so much anxiety there, you know.
Yep.
So I know what you mean.
So that's what happens when you go through trauma, not just physical, but mental, emotional, spiritual trauma. It gets locked in your body like a little, like a prison.
Okay.
And if you don't understand why it's there, and if you, I feel like we all need help to bring that out of us. We'll develop diseases.
Oh wow.
And I'll always have a sprained elbow. I'll always have swollen feet. I'll always have headaches, migraines. Like migraines don't just happen because they happen. It's because of what you've been through and what you carry. Yeah, it's really cool stuff. But yeah, I help kind of bring that out. I'm actually studying different things. I can't really like talk about it too much right now. It's kind of
okay. I mean, whenever you're ready to talk about, we'll get you on.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh yeah. But it's working in the more mental and emotional aspect of your pain, because right now I could do this stuff with like my eyes closed, blindfolded. I could work on you and like understand and feel what you're going through and help you. But what really, really intrigues me now is the emotional,
the psychological.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because I understand what you're saying, because like when you said like stretching it to a certain point. Oh wait, I remember like you start remembering shit. Yeah.
I mean, you remember stuff like falling off your bike at 4 years old.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, yeah, ever since I fell off my bike, my foot was never the same. And I'm like, really? So, like, what was going on around that time, you know? Who was there? My dad, but he was kind of an asshole about it. Okay. So you got resentment toward your dad. I don't say that, but I take mental notes. I'm like, okay. So there's some type of resentment towards your dad, which could lead to resentment towards men, which, dude, it's like crazy deep. And then, that could explain different issues going on in other parts of your body, because it's not just like our muscular system. It's connected to our organs as well. Our heart, our stomach, our spleen, our kidneys. You've heard of like chakras?
Yeah.
Well, in like Chinese medicine and like Ayurvedic medicine, which is like more natural medicine, they actually connect your experiences to your organs and your muscles and say, okay, well, because your mom was a single mom and you grew up without a dad, that's why you have stomach issues, because it's crazy and because of that. And so you need to do this and this and this. We need to release this. Or I don't do like acupuncture or nothing, but people get acupuncture. People drink certain teas.
Do you have any knowledge of how people always get migraines? Would it be just like emotional trauma, or?
I mean, migraines are a little complex,
Yeah,
I would say,
right.
because it's super close to your brain. Migraines, from my experience, overthinking, not trusting yourself, so emotional, right? Not drinking enough water,
Especially, yeah.
That's probably number one.
That's number one, probably dehydration.
Yeah, nobody drinks enough water. Too much caffeine. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. I don't drink coffee at all, actually.
Oh, good.
Not even sports drinks.
That's really good.
Yeah, but then sometimes I'm like at work, I'm like, oh, fuck, I need something. Yeah, but I value my sleep. That's how I get over that, because I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drinks. I don't drink aminos or anything to like wake me up in the morning.
That's so good.
And I'm most of the time up, but that's because I always time myself to get the right amount of sleep. And then people are like, oh, I work so much, I only run on 4 hours of sleep, and like they're trying to like look cool and shit. And I'm like, I don't know how you do that. I'm not doing that shit.
It's not cool.
No, I'm not cool like, but I value my sleep so much. Like, I'm okay. I don't know if you see those memes all the time. It's like, oh, okay, if I go to sleep now, I get 4 hours and 30 minutes of sleep. Like, I start timing it.
Yeah, I'll sleep in a little bit to make up for some sleep that I've lost the night before.
I do that. Well, I try to sleep in, but I get you for sure.
Definitely. It was funny. I was just talking to my partner Ramon about that. How people think it's so cool. Like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Like, okay, you're gonna die because you're not sleeping. Actually, it's so important. I've had a couple. I follow this one account where they post like the benefits on supplements and nutrition and sleep, and it shows you like every hour what's actually going on in your body. Like, you've heard of like REM sleep.
Yeah, REM
you
sleep. You can't
really go into REM sleep with so much caffeine. And even like drugs. Like, some people like smoke weed to get to sleep, but you actually don't go into REM
because your mind's still going, right?
Yeah,
your mind has to kind of like slow down.
I forget what it does. I should probably do a little bit more research so I could say it. But
yeah, I'm not an expert in that at all, but like I kind of do like REM sleep is like when you're in a deep state of sleep.
Yeah.
And your body's actually recovering and your mind's not restless. So that's the only thing I know. If there's more, I don't know. But that's all I know.
Well, and we need that in order to provide good hormones for our body. We're not going to get any younger, you know? If we want to look young, if we want to feel young, if we want to have energy the next day, if we want to have patience the next day. You've heard of people being like super short and like, oh, well, I didn't get any sleep. Well, that's nobody's problem but yours.
Yeah.
But, team no sleep, I guess, over here. I don't think it's cool anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
I think people think it is. Some people, but it's like, get your head out of your butt.
Yeah. I mean, if you got to make your money, but it's not going to be good for you in the long run, I think.
I don't think there's any dollar amount that's worth you losing your sleep and sanity and health.
Right. Oh, mental health, a big thing.
Huge.
For sure.
Yeah.
I value it.
Yeah.
Everything I feel like I always try to communicate with people, and then some people take it the wrong way, some people don't. But I mean, that's probably why a lot of people like me, because like I always tell them how I feel.
Yeah, that's cool, and especially coming from a man, like your friends, guy and girl, will appreciate that. Even like your girl, like we appreciate that stuff in a guy and a
Sometimes
partner.
I oversay stuff though.
Yeah, well, that's okay. It's all good. It's all about communication and learning. Have you ever heard of DISC assessments?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so
DISC assessments.
Yeah, I think it's DISC.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could pay. It's like a personality test, and like learning how your personality is, how you, what type of people you work well with, what type of partners you're compatible with, and it's almost like a horoscope, but it's not. Like,
I was about to say that it's a horoscope.
It's actual like psychology, and it's science.
So I have to memorize that now. So I'm Aquarius, and my moon sign now, my disc sign.
Your sun rising. No, I don't know. I
don't know any of that shit. No.
I don't really know much about it. Yeah, it's pretty cool because you can learn like what type of personality your partner has. Even being with them for such a long time, you can learn about them and be like, wow, that's probably why when I'm like a sarcastic jerk, it doesn't resonate very well. Like it's because this is their personality. I got to approach it different. And you could use that in work and like work life. Even if you're just like meeting somebody at the grocery store, like any type of encounter you have with somebody, and for yourself especially, you're number one, so you should know how you are. And
that's awesome.
It's pretty cool. I have to find the link.
Maybe next time we have you on, like, we could both do research and kind of talk about it, so we could.
It's some pretty
share.
cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. We kind of got a little. It's a good thing. I love talking, like, because I resonate with it. So like I'm like, damn, I need to learn more about it.
Yeah.
So, you did mention this. What not taking care of yourself can do and to those around you. To you and to those around you. Like when you don't take care of yourself. Yeah. Because that's what happened to you when you got sick, right? Like when you were just eating Carl's Jr. twice a day and drinking. I mean, I thought I was having a lot of fun. Oh. But I was just breaking myself down. I think a lot of it had to do. I know a lot of it had to do with just emotions, and we all have our own opinions, and I respect yours. Nobody has to agree with my opinion. Nowadays, everybody has to debate over everything, but it's all good. I truly felt that me at the time when I was using alcohol to coat and cover up my issues. Not saying everybody does, but I think a large portion of people do. And they just don't know. They just don't know. Or it's like, oh, I have to have a drink in order to feel fun at a party, or feel like let loose. That's a big one, right? I just want to let loose. Well, why can't you do that naturally? Right. Like I said, I'm not judging. Everybody has their own thing. It's almost like having like a pack of cigarettes. Like it's so normal. You could buy it. It's legal. Right. But it's so bad for you. It's so bad for you. Yeah. And those around you. Yeah. I hate that. Yeah. I hate cigarettes. I hate the smell of them. It's so gross. Yeah. Yeah. You can smell that. It's horrible. I grew up with cigarette smokers, and I'm like, you guys, I probably got secondhand smoke issues because of you guys. But yeah, just I truly feel like, especially when you feel a certain way about yourself, you almost like can take it out on other people, and without you noticing it, it's just like what is I can't find the word. It's just that's what you radiate. There we go. However you feel about yourself, you radiate. However you take care of yourself, you radiate. So you ever been like in a have you ever been to like a motivational speech? Yeah, I have. Yeah, like a seminar. Yeah. And like you feel the room, like you feel that energy, and you're like, man, like I feel good in here. Yeah. It's because everybody is trying to do something to better vibrating themselves. On the same frequency. Exactly. No, we literally are all vibrations and all made of energy. It's like science. It used to be like a certain saying, like, oh, vibes. Like, no, it's actually real. Okay. Certain frequencies. I listen to a lot of frequency music. I don't really listen to anything with lyrics anymore because it almost throws you off. It throws me off because I'm trying to think for myself, and then I got like Tyga over here talking about like some big booty girls, and I'm like, wait. See that I radiate with that. That's the thing. Look, I'm just kidding. It's all good. It's look. When I'm at the gym and I'm like just getting it, I'll put on that music, right? And I'm just like, this is it, because that's the vibe that you want. You want the intensity. You want the like kind of like. Like that little push. Yep. Okay, I get you. Well, even like cleaning, like cleaning my house. I don't play Spanish music. I know. No, I don't even speak Spanish, man. You know that, right? I know that. You know that. No, I knew that. You just making me feel bad. Is that what no, it's because that's the thing though. Like when you wake up in the morning, they're playing like Los Bukis and stuff, and they're cleaning. That's how it just takes me like back, dancing. You know? Yeah. Well, because you're like your mom's like Mexican, and my mom's white. I grew up like really white. Okay. Really, really whitewashed. Yeah, man. But the music, it hits different, and it's cool because I'll go on YouTube and I'll be like, all right, I
I want to recover. And I just had a really hard gym workout. I'll put pain hurts, HZ. Pain hurts. And a whole bunch of different frequencies will come up to help balance out your frequency. And it'll help you with pain.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to try it out.
Sleep hurts. They'll have like higher frequencies. I choose really low frequencies because high frequencies, when I'm trying to go to sleep, it wakes me up. Happy hurts. Different types of hurts. It's really cool. It's some cool stuff.
I mean, there's a reason why music has been around for so long, and
that's some powerful stuff. I have a buddy who does sound bowls.
Oh, like sound bowls. I don't know what I'm all for. I'm open minded as fuck.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
I used to not be, but
you're like,
I need to try it out.
Like, what is that bowl? Is that where you make salsa?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, a little like muddler and stuff. With some cocktails.
It's crazy what it does for your body.
Yeah.
And then that with like some body work. Oh man. On top of
the you make me a hippie after this.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all
no,
good.
I really appreciate you getting on the show. So your Bliss Stretch, you went through this whole journey to be who you are now. You run a successful business. You have I would say like a really good mindset on your own. You went through a lot to get to where you are now. You learned the process of healing people as well as healing yourself and educating people on how to heal themselves.
I think that was my biggest goal.
It's awesome. Like right now, just like hearing you talk I feel like I don't know you.
Really?
From how you used to be, I guess.
That's
because people could change. People could change. I believe in that. But it's just like I'm sitting here. I'm like, is this the Becky? Is this the Becky that I know? No, it's not.
It's pretty crazy. I had a buddy. I don't know. I think I wrote you. I saw him. Last time I saw
11
him,
years ago.
Yeah, last time I saw him was like 11 years ago, and he was like, "Yo, you're like a different person," and he just like kept picking my brain. What about this? What about that?
Yeah, people could change, and for the worse sometimes, for the better. I'm glad that you're in this case. I think it's for the better.
Yeah, I feel better.
Damn, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Keep going on your journey. Is there anything that you would like to share with the whole industry that you have? Like any facts that you want to put out there, or I think we pretty much like went through everything. But if you have anything you particularly want to share, like is there anything that you want to share?
Okay, you might need to give me a second with that one. Let's see.
Sorry.
What do I want to share?
Yeah, you should share anything. And if that's not the case, then we could talk a little bit about your business while you think about that. So how do your prices work, and how far ahead do you have to book you and all that? So let's talk about that a little bit.
I actually use the scheduling app to book, so you can see all my availability on Instagram at BlissStretch. It's BLISSTRETCH. There's only 2 S's. I have a book now tab. You could also go to my website and book me. I start out at $100 an hour for the hour, and then it's usually like 60 or 90 minutes is what I offer. And prices kind of vary. It depends, but that's like my standard price. If you come to me, I have done some home visits before. I do a couple now, not too many. It depends how many people are there and everything. If it's like a party, I'm pretty busy. So, and it's I also do things a certain way, like with time, to keep myself grounded. Mm-hmm. Because when I was working on 7 to 10 people a day, man, I did not feel good. So if I'm not feeling good, I'm putting that on you because I'm touching you.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, okay.
I'm not 100% charged. So like between each of my clients, I have like different like routines I do just to kind of like clear myself and ground myself. So I could be at like 100% battery for the next person. And it's just like a recharge. I gotta hydrate. I gotta eat. Like I wasn't eating before. I wasn't sleeping, and that's not the way to do it. But that's also for, I guess that's a good way to tell people in my industry, like, take care of yourself. Because if you don't, how are you going to be good for other people? If you're not 100%, And that whole thing, pouring into other people's cups and your cup's empty, it's real. It's real. I felt it before. It doesn't feel good. It feels like you're going against yourself. And that's how you get sick and develop disease. Disease is just dis-ease, uneasy in your body. You could always come from that, you know? So, man, anybody could do it. Headaches is a disease. Intestinal issues, digestion issues, man, everything. So, you ever had like a family member like, oh, my feet swollen?
Yeah.
Everybody's feet are swollen.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most random thing that I just brought up, but it's like everybody's feet are swollen. There's a reason. It's like giving you, I call them signs. It's like a sign. When you have pain, it's a sign for you to take care of something. You're slacking in somewhere in your body. I have my mentor, her name is Michelle Hershkovitz. I love her. She's like my mom. She said something really like it's kind of, I'm sure you've heard it before, that you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yeah.
So if your right knee's messed up, your whole body and mind is only as strong as that right knee. Isn't that kind of messed up? Because it's like, dang, my right knee is messed up. Okay, well, check that right knee. Let's get that right knee better so you could be a good system. It's like having all the pillars.
Yeah, I play a team sport, so like the worst person on your team makes the whole team bad.
Literally, same thing with your body. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff. In the future, I'm gonna have a whole wellness center where you can come by and just be like, I hurt and I don't know why. How do I take care of it? And I'm gonna have a whole team of people. Like, you're gonna do this here, this here, this here, this here, and you're gonna leave a different person. Like, maybe not that same day always, but you're gonna have a whole team of people to help you, just internally and externally, and it's gonna be some cool stuff.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us at the RaulyKnows podcast. We have Bliss Stretch here. Man, I'm proud of you. Keep going.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna keep going too. And hopefully on the next episode, we can have like a little more conversation on that stuff that you wanted to talk about. And thank you so much for joining us on the RaulyKnows podcast.